Our overall goal is to develop and integrate the emerging biological and engineering breakthroughs across various existing and newly emerging disciplines essential for sustainable domestic natural rubber production, while broadening economic, workforce and societal impact and enriching the U.S. economy with expanded job creation and critical natural rubber supply security. Synthetic rubber lacks the high-performance characteristics that make natural rubber a critical material for our defense and economy. We will leverage existing assets at partner institutions and recent commercial advancements in experimental domestic cultivation and tire production. TARDISS research goals are to understand the molecular structure of natural latex and rubber, how to increase yields in potential domestic crops to commercially viable levels, how latex is stabilized in vivo, and how macromolecular variants are formed. Then use that knowledge to create and implement genetic strategies to produce stable cultivars. Smart agricultural practices to maximize latex and rubber yields will be developed, and new sustainable extraction processes will be invented and optimized. The strategic plan for TARDISS is rooted in convergent research that integrates the many required engineering, science, and liberal arts subdisciplines. Managing these multiple disciplines, contributors, and outreach with metrics and necessary adjustments will be guided by ERC best practices. Our vision for engineering workforce development is a new expanding domestic natural rubber, agricultural, and industrial workforce. Our vision for diversity and culture of inclusion is the inclusion of all stakeholders: researchers, growers, material processors, product manufacturers, teachers, students, underrepresented minorities, the un- and underemployed, and neurodiverse people, all within a sustainable innovation ecosystem. TARDISS addresses President Biden's National Biotechnology and Biomanufacturing Initiative, recognizing that U.S. rubber needs something akin to chips, semiconductor manufacturing in the U.S., ensuring that we make in the United States all that we invent in the United States and create jobs at home, build stronger supply chains and lower prices for American families, and remain a leader in the global economy that is on the cusp of a new industrial revolution powered by biotechnology. We need to establish a deployable foundation for domestic natural production because it is vital to increase the biological and geographical diversity of the natural rubber supply. Clonal tropical rubber trees, the sole commercial source today, even though 2,500 species can make rubber, are extremely prone to crop failure. In 2019, the U.S. imported about 1.5 million tons of raw natural rubber at a cost approaching $23 billion, and much more in $15 billion worth of finished rubber goods made in other countries for 50,000 applications and products. The world of rubber is dominated by the tire industry. Over 80% of tropical natural rubber is used in tires because it has a unique combination of essential intrinsic properties, including abrasion resistance, dynamic performance, flexibility, strength, and heat dispersion that synthetic rubber simply cannot provide. We need to understand how plants make rubber so we can manipulate biosynthesis and design biomimetic processes. The environmental benefits can also be tremendous. The 287 million cars in the USA, with over 1 billion wheels, used 124 billion gallons of gasoline in 2020. Natural rubber has less than 20% of the carbon footprint of synthetic rubber, and using more natural rubber in car tires would improve rolling resistance, further reducing gasoline consumption and emissions. Also, domestic rubber production would eliminate the current container ship emissions associated with imports from the opposite side of the world. Growing rubber crops on drip irrigation will conserve large volumes of water, contribute to global conservation goals, and improve ecosystem services for pollinators. Hydroponic production systems can recycle water, impossible in soil-based agriculture. Rubber crop alternatives to tropical rubber trees have a long but erratic start and stop history of production since the 1880s, mainly because they have only been commercially competitive in times of supply disruption. 3 plants are being considered for domestic production: Waiuli shrub, rubber dandelion, and mountain gum. Waiuli can be grown in the semi-arid southwest, and dandelion and mountain gum across the northern states. The American dream is a set of ideals in which freedom includes the opportunity for prosperity and success, and an upward social mobility achieved through hard work. Our dream is to make TARDISS a reality through conversion efforts and become the foundation of a permanent natural rubber industry supplying the U.S. and the world.